Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in again, and thank you for coming back here. Thank you for subscribing in my channel, and thank you for liking it. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Your comments, your messages. Some went as far as sharing their personal stories with me. I did not only share this video on YouTube, I did also share it on my Facebook, and I must say to you, I really received so much support. I really received so much encouragement, despite the fact that we still live within in a space where there's still so much stigma attached to HIV. But I really appreciate the openness and the willingness to accept and understand and learn as much as you can about someone's situation, and learn to embrace people, because no one would choose such a life. I keep saying, if I had a choice, I was not going to choose being a single parent. I was never going to choose, definitely, being a single parent that lives with HIV. But you know what? I'm no longer there. I'm not sharing my story because I'm still bitter. I'm not sharing my story because I need to get back to anyone. This is my personal journey, and I've learned to personalize it. It's about me, and if there is any area in me that still needs to heal, I'm on a journey to heal that Zanele. So I really appreciate your words, your kind words. But I'm not saying stop being kind. I mean, it means a lot. So today, the topic of the day is not, maybe before I jump into the topic of the day, I'd really appreciate you guys if you can continue. To those who have not subscribed to the channel, just click that subscribe button. If you watch the video and you feel like it resonates with you, and you'd like YouTube to forward this message to as many people as much as it can, click that like button. It does something. And then share it also. If you have a girl child, or you have someone that you feel like that this information will be useful to them, please do share it with them. Someone said to me, Zanele, I see your message, but I don't know if I can show anyone. I don't know, I feel like, and I was like, no, do share it with them. Do show whoever you think will learn something from this message. So you're not disrespecting me or anything if you share the video, if you share it on your socials, or if you share it with your cousin and your grandmother and your no. That's the purpose of the video. That's the reason I came here for, so that another Zanele does better. If there is another person, or there is another young girl who is like me back in the days, would learn from my experiences and then not repeat, or learn from my mistakes and not repeat them. Okay, so I really would appreciate you to share, subscribe, and then like the video. It will mean a lot. Okay, the topic for today, I want to talk about how previously I had already shared that I found out that I was HIV positive when I was pregnant. So that meant I had to start a certain treatment to avoid my child being infected from the inside. Okay, so the doctor advised that I quickly start taking a certain treatment. I can't remember the name of the treatment right now, but I do remember that they gave me a nevirapine to keep for the day I'll start having my contractions. So I had to walk around. When I even started, I think for the seven, I think when I started testing, I was 6 months pregnant. So from 7, 8, 9 months, I had this tablet in my bag. So in case that I feel like yo, something is happening, I throw this never in. I think also the understanding from me as a child, because I was very childish, and then the fact that I didn't have anyone to talk about what I was going through with, it made me, I was very cagey of everything. So I started taking that treatment in the morning and in the afternoon, and I had to take it at a certain time because I was not already on ARVs. So I had to take that treatment, those tablets, at 8 in the morning and 8 in the afternoon. So that, you know what that meant? It meant I had to say to my grandmother, "What is this that I'm taking?" Because I was with my grandmother. I must now start explaining why am I taking these tablets I must take them at an exact time. Like why? What's wrong if you miss the time? I'm sorry, guys. Please, I'm very close to the highway, so if you do hear any car noises, please forgive me. Okay. So I remember for the first time, for a little while, I didn't explain anything. I just continued taking my tablets, because one thing I was sure of was the fact that I was not going to give birth to an HIV positive child. I did not want that. Okay, so I had to make sure that this HIV starts and finishes with me. It doesn't go to my child. I would not want that. I think that what would have killed me. So looking forward to a healthy child and was everything to me. Was everything. That's the only thing I was saying. You know what, God. Hence, I made a request to God that, please, God, if you do save me to raise this child, I'll make sure that I save as many girls out there as much as I can. Which I'm really thankful that God did exactly that. Which is why I am here, because I said to God, I will make sure. So stigma or no stigma, negativity or no negativity, I'm here sharing my own journey. Okay, it's me who went through everything that I went through, and it's me who's sharing my own story. If it's a disgrace to someone, I'm sorry, but it's my disgrace and I own it. If it's a mistake to someone, I'm so sorry. It's a mistake, but I own it. It's my mistake. I made that mistake, which is why I'm correcting everything I did, by sharing my story so that no one repeats what I did. Okay. I went on taking my tablets until I delivered, and of course I still had my nevirapine when I started my contractions, and then I took that nevirapine, and by God's grace I delivered a healthy child. And I remember one thing that almost killed me was when the doctor had to take blood from her to test if she really did not contract the virus. That waiting period to find the results, oh my goodness, it was long. It was very long, but to cut the long story short, the results came back negative, showing that my daughter was not HIV positive. And I went on to take another test. I think she was tested again when she was 6 months, because I was not breastfeeding. She was tested again in 18 months, and that was it. So that was my journey with starting. Already when I started taking those, after I gave birth, I had to now continue taking my own ARVs. That's where the problem started, because back in the days you were not just able to go to the clinic and do the class yourself. And back in the days we were doing classes. I'm not sure about now if they still do conduct those classes, but back in the days you had to bring someone to attend the class with you, and you had to trust that that person is not going to go back to the community and start spreading that Zanele is living with HIV. Zanele is. But people back then would say, we will not even say you're living with HIV, because there was no clear understanding or distinction between HIV and AIDS. People will then start saying she's got AIDS. You know what I'm saying? So upon thinking, who can do that for me? Already by then I had started seeing a rash in my neck. I had started seeing, but I think it was because I had recently given birth and I was not on any treatment after I gave birth, because back in the days we had to wait until a certain CD4 count for you to start taking ARVs. So building towards that CD4 count in my body was starting to show signs that there's something wrong. So quickly I then went to the clinic and I said, I'm getting rash in my neck, I'm getting what was, there was something else, I don't remember if it was the ear, had ear pains, but strange things that I only knew that it could only be the fact that there's the virus in my body. So okay, when I went to the clinic then they told me that you can come on a certain day and start taking your class, and then after you finish the class, you will start taking your treatment. But then the problem was, who? I went home that day, said to my grandmother, Gogo, we need to talk, because I don't have any other person that I can talk to, that I think I'm confident enough that they can come with me to do this thing. I had to break the news to my grandmother. Surprisingly enough, my grandmother is a very strong person. If you want to say someone is strong, then you must meet my grandmother. My grandmother has been through so much in life, and fortunately or unfortunately, she had seen some of her kids die of the same thing. So I think she was more than willing to help me, because she did not want to bury another child of the same thing. Okay. She quickly said, no, it's fine. But I could see the brokenness in her. I could see the disappointment in her, but I could see her wanting to be there for me at the same time, not wanting to show her true and real emotions. It killed me. It killed me seeing my grandmother standing the line there with me, because we were in Ngwelezane Hospital to do those classes. She was standing there with me in the cold. That was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But till today, I really appreciate that old woman. We did the class. I then started taking the ARVs. That was in 2010. No, it was in 2009. I started taking my ARVs then. And the journey has been, I did have those heavy headaches. I did have, nothing else. I think for the first 1 or 2 days I had heavy headaches. Back in the days it was 3 tablets. It was not this one pill that we take now. And we still had to take in twice, in the morning and in the afternoon. It went, we then had to just take in the afternoon until we had to take, no, I was not taking in the morning and the afternoon. Guys, this has been going on for 14 years, so I was not diarizing these things until I had to take one pill. And it has been smooth. I don't want to lie to you, because I've been on this thing of saying that I don't want to not take it, because I do not want to see what will happen if I don't take it. So I'm not gonna come here and say I stopped at some point, I never stopped. Since I started taking them in 2009, I think it was around June or July. No, it was August. I started taking them in August in 2009 till today. So my journey with ARVs has not been toxic, and it has not been anything complicated. I think the only thing that I can mention, if anyone is doing this or is embarking on this journey, it's important that you find some support. One thing I was scared of back in the days, the person that you would take to attend the classes with you, you'll be risking that that person is gonna come back to the community and tell people that you are sick. So if you can have someone that you trust enough, these days I don't even think that you have to take someone, but the journey is walkable if you know you're walking with someone that has got your back. And God's been good. But God is good at the end of the day. And the second thing I wanted to talk about was, now when I went back to the dating game, how easy or difficult was disclosing my status to my partner. I've never had a partner after that I did not disclose my status to. I have always made sure that I disclose. I tell that I'm living with HIV. I think also what helped me was embracing that this virus is in me. So it's not easy, man. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, it depends. It depends on you, how you want, how is the communication between you and the person, and how open are you to the issues that happens in life, and you know the person that you are getting into a relationship with. Then that's how you start the conversation, or maybe just you start asking about health and how do they understand the health issues around, and whatever topic that you want to talk about. And then that's where you see that this person will be able to listen to me, will be able to understand. That's how I would always start, maneuvering my thinking, so that at the end of the day I make sure that this person knows. Okay. And I've never had to take anyone to test with, because I don't want the double trauma. Okay. I don't want the double trauma. I don't want that. So I've always made sure that I'm upfront with it, and I wouldn't want anyone to come here and say Zanele infected me. In fact, I only started dating when I was undetectable. So because I wanted to make sure that there's no one who's gonna get the virus from me. Okay. So that's pretty much been my journey. And I had to repeat the same for my son when I had my son now recently last year. Making sure that I take my ARVs on time, and then making sure that when I gave birth to him, he gets tested, and he got tested again. He's been tested twice. Currently he's now going to get his third test when he's 18 months. So thank you so much, guys, for coming back again for another segment. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you coming and listening to me. Till we talk again.